everyone, Stephanie Denman here from the Denman Homestead, and today I'm going to show you just another way that I'm trying to combat these really high temperatures and keeping my chickens healthy and cool. You do know that we have a misting system, and we have it going off around 1 o'clock every day for about 15 minutes. Honestly, you know, we're trying not to run so much water, and lately I've even been trying to do it again. Lately I've been trying to turn the chicken mister on for a second time around 4 o'clock because it gets really hot. So, but it doesn't do a whole lot to, like, temporarily it gives relief and it cools the air down around the chickens for a little bit. But I just want to show you another way that I'm utilizing some tools and resources I have around the house to help the chickens stay cool. And I don't mean like frozen treats, because again, those are very temporary. This is going to help keep my chickens' water cooler longer so they have nice, cool, refreshing water to drink throughout the day. Let me show you. So in our deep freeze, I have lots of tomatoes. I have frozen beef frames, and I also have frozen jugs of water. And let me show you how I use these for the chickens. Let's take a walk to the chickens. Uh-oh, someone escaped. Hey, you're not supposed to be out of your... Yeah, ma'am. Come on, let's go back in. Come on. All right, I'm gonna throw some food down for them, so... Okay, here you go. This is how we distract them. So I can get in their playpen area without them all trying to rush me. Okay. So this is my water setup right here. You might have something different, but I still think in every situation you could either do smaller water bottles or something else. But I just take these, drop them in a gallon of solid frozen water, and it will last like 24 hours at least and make that water really cold. So they can have cooler drinking water that's not so hot for them. And then I just take this one out, stick it right back in the freezer. Now, I'll say that this has many different uses. So I tend to do this a lot during hurricane season. I'll freeze these jugs of water. I've had these jugs of water for years. I just replenish the water in them every so often. But especially if we're going to be using them for like drinking water and stuff like that. I don't want to use old stagnant water. But for the most part, I use these jugs, keep them frozen. And if your power goes out, it helps to retain that, you know, it just helps keep in the cold air. Keeps your food fresher longer if you're without power. Or they're easy for like coolers. If you need, like instead of going to buy a bag of ice, I mean, they've come in handy on fishing trips. Just, oh my gosh, let me catch my breath. Whew. So anyway, that's just something I do for the chickens. And some people have like smaller openings, like I said, so like just a couple frozen water bottles or whatever size, or just dump a bag of ice, but that's not really, you know, I feel like just dumping, it'll melt, and then you have to continue to dump ice into it. This is just, I just feel like it's simple. I have to go out there every day anyway to feed the chickens and to fill up their water as needed. That 12-gallon water tank will last like 4 or 5 days for them. So when I feed them, I just check the water levels, and especially in the hot triple digits, 105, 107 days like we've been having, that frozen gallon of water I think is just really helpful. And it just, it keeps for a while. Gives me more peace of mind. Maybe I'm going overboard. Maybe I'm going above and beyond. But I mean, you could probably throw a couple of those in some water troughs for other livestock, if you wanted to, but yeah, that's what I do. It's just something extra. But I think it's worth it just for their health and well-being. And yeah, so anyway, wanted to share that tip with you.
Good morning, everyone. Buddy here from the Denman Homestead, and I am doing some stuff with the chickens today. So today, so far, I believe is the hottest day of the summer here for us. 108, 109. It's still rising right now. I mean, it's 2:30. Temperature's still going up. I was cleaning up around the tea garden, our side garden, and we had 2 old rolled up tarps, and they're just old like blue tarps that I think we were using to cover plants at some point, and they were just rolled up underneath the potting bench. So I figured I was gonna pull them out and go ahead and put them up on the sun side of the coop. I'm in the shade right now, the only shade that is out here, but up on these parts of the coop. So I'm not trying to turn the chicken coop into a giant sail, right? Like a wind sail. I don't need this thing getting lifted up or anything, but wind is not the problem right now. Heat is the problem. So I'm gonna try and give them some more shade on this side, which is the side that the sun is on, just to try and help out a little bit. I mean, it's less crowded in here now because we had 4 out of our 5 roosters. 4 of them are now in the freezer. So we just have our buff is the only rooster left, and the buff is a very gentle breed of rooster. So they're starting to come out and see what's going on right now. So I'm gonna throw these up here and see how much shade it gives them. Well, I gotta rethink how I'm gonna do this. I thought I could put my hand through this slot right here, but it's pulled very tight. Okay, just one corner. So, it's definitely helping. Shading the majority. Okay. Gotta do something with the bottom, it's still just kind of flapping. Look at the amount of shade though. You can see where the different tarps start and stop. Even the side of their coop got shade because of that last tarp. So eventually I think we'll probably do a full tarp over, maybe next to their coop, get some of the heat off of the building. But let me tie that bottom up over there now. It's crazy how much cooler the air temperature is inside the coop with the misters running. I mean, it's got to be a 15-degree drop immediately. Not from like getting wet, but just from the air now being cooler from the mister. I think that was pretty crucial. Pretty crucial. Well, she's not the prettiest, but we weren't really going for looks here. trying to get some of the sun off those ladies. Temporary, but needed, for sure. Let that mister run for about 30 minutes. Just get that air temperature in there cool. Because it is brutal, guys. Very brutal. Hot. Whew. Shade. Shade is precious real estate out here in this heat. Hopefully that helps keep it cooler. Oh man, these wind chimes are probably loud. Might have to get in the pool here in a little bit. Steph and I bought a new lawnmower today. I'll show it to you. Not that we can really mow the grass. There is no grass. This is just a crispy carpet under my feet. But it was kind of hard to pass up. There's a guy down the road from us. His name is Jorge. And he goes to places like Home Depot and asks if he can buy like the things that people returned, like the units and whatever it may be that people returned to the store because they were defective or they didn't work, and he repairs them. So one of the things that he does is lawnmowers. And man, the Toro brand of lawnmower is actually a really highly rated brand. Steph and I had been looking at them for a while since our push lawnmower bit the dust. I can still get it to start, but it will mow nothing. Like it'll just, as soon as it hits a couple blades of grass, it dies. I've taken it apart, put it back together, new carburetor, all that kind of stuff. But it's really old. I mean, it's gotta be 15 years old at this point. It was like the first mower we ever bought of our, probably before Steph and I even got married. But anyway, so we just stopped to look at them because he has them out there all the time, these lawnmowers, and they look brand new. And we got out and talked to him, and he told us how he does it. You know, he goes to Home Depot, looks at them. If he thinks he can fix it, he'll buy them and bring them back, fix it. It's essentially a brand new motor. He told us that lots of times people bring them back because they didn't do the oil correctly or something like that, like a simple fix. So here it is. This is our new Toro. And it's self-propelled, which is crazy. I've never owned a self-propelled lawnmower. Thing like takes off. I was running behind it. Just for the little test I did, but it works great. It works great. And he sells these at half off. Half off what you would buy them at a store is what he sells them for, 50% off. He's got a whole bunch of different makes and models and stuff, but yeah, like if it's a $500 lawnmower, he sells it for $250. And it's just, and he even said, like, for the next 30 days, if anything goes wrong with it at all, he's right down the road. He'll come down here and work on it for us. Super nice guy. So that was a cool thing. Got a new push mower that drives by itself. Hey, babe. Did you see the chicken coop?
You left the zip ties in there. I didn't know if you were done or not.
Oh, yeah, I'm done. My bad. I turned the misters on.
Saw that. It sounds like it's raining in there now.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It looks kind of, I said it's temporary, okay? It's not permanent.
No, it's
just to get the sun off of them. Because it looks a little rough. It's, you know, the ones I put on there have got holes and all kind of stuff in it. Okay, well, thanks for joining me on this one, guys. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.